Yo, what's up guys, supposed to be back with another video, and today, unfortunately, I lost the whole first episode that I recorded just now. It's gone, so I'm just gonna I'll run through it like I did before, and just let you know what's going on. But, an unprecedented thing has happened. The NBA has announced 6 new teams joining the NBA. One in each division, and we are taking over one of them. I'll let you try and figure out which one it is, and it's the Sound. We're taking over the St. Louis Sound. Sound up. Here's our team. Now, in the expansion draft, I went purely based on age and potential. You'll see our oldest person, 25. Two 25-year-olds. DeAndre Bembry and Damian Dotson. Now, if you look at potential, all A's, we have some A minuses and then a few B pluses. I know we are going to be bad. I didn't want to try and make a playoff push as an expansion team and then try to build off of that. I don't feel the risk and reward isn't worth it. You draft as good as you can out of the expansion draft, hope to make the playoffs. Then you've got some aging stars. You're definitely not winning the playoffs, and you're trying to build around that where they could regress, get worse. You end up having a worse season the next year. I didn't want that. I'd rather bank on having a bad season first, hopefully get a lot of development for our super young players with high potential, and go from there. Now, I'm not going to have any player mentorship because everyone is so young and we have almost no patches. There's just not much to train or mentor. But that being said, they should get a lot of playing time. At point guard, we've got Jevon Carter starting. We actually, I might intermittently bring in Jordan Bone and Justin Wright Foreman, but they're not even in the rotation right now. It's all Jevon Carter. Then we have DeAndre Bembry, our best player, and who I'm banking on being our MVP for Season 1. Dante Exum is most likely and usually playing backup point guard, with Damian Dotson coming off of the bench also as our backup shooting guard. At small forward, we have Svi Mikhailuk, or Sviatoslav. I'm going to call him Svi Mikhailuk. Starting, then we've got Terrence Ferguson and Vince Edwards are in the rotation. Amir Coffey is not in the rotation, but like I said, I will bring those guys in occasionally and give them minutes just so they can get a little playing time and development. But Svi is starting, with Ferguson coming in as the backup small forward, and we actually have Vince Edwards coming in as the backup power forward. At power forward, we have Justin Jackson starting, with Jonte Porter coming in as the backup center. Vic Law is also out of the rotation, but I'm most likely going to be putting him in the most out of the other people that are out of the rotation, because I'm interested in what he can provide. At center, it's the most clusterfucky and what is happening here position out of all of them. We've got Mfiondu Kabengele, who was the best young center with the highest overall I could find. Dwan Anderson, A-, 22 years old. He is 68 overall, but with Mfiondu Kabengele out for the whole season, he is the starter, and we have no other centers on the roster other than Bolden and Sita, but they're both two-way contract players, both currently in the G League. I will bring them both up and play them their 45 days just to see what they do against higher level competition, and hopefully Marquise Bolden can turn into something. He's the one I project as our future over Kabengele, over Hernandez, but Hernandez could turn into something with all the starting time and A- potential that he has this season. No one's going to compete with him for that. It's all his. The only thing that he won't have is the ability to play 48 minutes a game because I don't want him to get hurt. I do have Jonte Porter coming in for him, who's a big body. He could easily be center. 19 years old, A- potential. Now, about Porter and Vic Law, both are unrestricted free agents. Both are on the last year of their contracts. I have put them on the trade block, not with the intention to for sure trade them. I'm just more curious on what packages we might get sent, and if anything looks appetizing enough to jump on where I say I can't decline this deal, then we'll probably make that move. But 19 years old, A- overall potential, that's not something I'm just looking to get rid of. Vic Law, on the other hand, 4 years older, same overall, same potential. I'm a little closer to saying that I can let him go. Because Justin Jackson and him have such a similar playstyle already, and Justin Jackson he's got multiple years on his contract, he's better already, and just only a year over him. Now, we have good inside scoring, which part of the recording I did do, I went through our home opener. The first game of the season was at home. We played the Washington Wizards without John Wall, Bradley Beal, and Davis Bertans. And inside scoring was for sure our strongest asset, which I was not expecting. We've got decent mid-range, but not something that I would bank on. I would say we're the strongest from 3, which is what I expected us to do more of in that first game, but I didn't actually see that much of it. Our inside defense is atrocious, and in that game, you could see it. Kabengele out for the season, and Bolden in the G League. We don't have anybody that is a better inside scorer than C-. Off the bench, starting center, and that's it. Our starting power forward is a D- for inside defense. So we get completely ravaged the whole game against the Wizards. Mostly Rui Hachimura. Dude was beast in us. Our perimeter defense, though, is actually not too shabby. We've got a lot of B pluses. You know, it obviously takes a steep nosedive because we're not that good. But I will say, the fact that we have that many B pluses and even an A-, it makes me feel a lot more content with our perimeter defense than our inside defense. It's not even close. Our playmaking also not that great. We've got Bembry starting 2, Javon Carter starting 1, and then Exum, our backup 1. All at B-, and that's it. Wright Foreman, not in the lineup. Coffee, not in the lineup. Bone, not in the lineup. So, not great playmaking. We're a bad team, and we know it. Not here, not here. Our rebounding. Actually, he's not even playing. Hernandez, C+. He's our best. He's a big body. That's all he's got. He can do a little bit of inside scoring. I can't believe his F. He's got a 3-point F because the first 2 possessions of game 1, both threes from him. And you can probably guess. Yeah, he missed both. Our rebounding isn't great. Our physicality is meh. Some B's all around, which probably came into play a little more than these B ratings give me credit for. Our IQ is not the best. Bembry was making good cuts, but that's pretty much all that I could say showed from the IQ standpoint. I will say our defense was pretty decent. We had a good number of steals, a good number of blocks, and like I said, all that potential. this is our lineup. We've got Bembry getting the most minutes because I think he's going to be our MVP for the season. We got Svi and Justin Jackson rounding out our top three who gets the most minutes. I might change from Svi to Carter just because based off the first game, Svi was pretty meh and kind of a defensive liability, and Javon Carter ended up playing super well. He didn't put up massive numbers, but he did put up 10, 7, and 8, I'm pretty sure. And Svi only put up 10, 3, and 3. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and do that because I want to reward Carter for his good play and see if he can keep up the consistency. Then we've got Exum as the 6-man, Dotson behind him with Ferguson rounding up those 3 role players, and then we got Edwards for the 4 and Porter for the 5. I will move in Bone, Law, Coffee, and Wright Foreman in occasionally to pick up some minutes just to get a little bit of development, but I don't want them as key rotational pieces because I think these top 10 guys all have potential to be a part of our deeper team. Now for our staff, we have not the best. They're all C's. Our best guy is the assistant GM at C+, but that's it. Our coach is on a 4-year deal. I didn't sign any of these guys. This was automatically done once I chose the team. 4 years. I could fire him and sign Stauffer just because he's a super good coach just to get off the rip. But I feel like it's more realistic for me to keep Freddie Person and have this C overall coach when we're such a bad team. And hopefully in 4 years, when this team is developed and we're looking better, maybe even 3 years, and I let him go a year beforehand. Once this team gets a little bit of development and we're starting getting better and we're inching towards making a playoff push, we go get our better coach. We go get our better assistant coach and stuff like that. I am going to go ahead and fire our head scout. We're bad. We know we're bad. We're young and developing. It's the perfect time to get a really good rookie. We're hoping for a top lottery pick. We're going to need the best scout possible. And, scouts, I feel like are a little different and have a little less impact than head coaches. So going out and getting Gooding doesn't seem as unrealistic as going out and getting Stauffer, who's A offense, A defense, A+ potential. You really can't go wrong with him. C scouting and C- for a team that's brand new, I don't like that so much. We need a great scout, and I don't mind spending the money to do so. So we get Cuba Gooding on a 4-year, $700K deal to really just be the beginning of what hopefully is the rest of our franchise. Pulling in those rookies and hopefully our future. Now for the home opener. We did notch the win. We played a fantastic game the whole time. We kept it pretty much at a 10-point reach and never let them get much closer after the first 4 minutes in the first quarter. Bembry with 25, 5, and 4, 2 steals, 11 of 18 from the field with 3 free throws. Actually perfectly matched Rui Hachimura, who went 25, 9, 11 of 18, 3 free throws. We got Justin Jackson with 18 and 9. He played a phenomenal game with great shooting. Javon Carter, 13, 7, and 8, not 10, 7, and 8. 6 of 10 shooting and nailed a 3, 12 and 8 from Hernandez. He played a solid game down at center. Dante Exum with 11, Dotson with 11 off the bench, and Svi getting 10, 3, and 3 like I said. Didn't get much more from everyone else, but we're also not expecting much more from everyone else. Decent contributions though. Our defense against the inside, like Troy Brown, Rui, Wagner with 11 and 10, Um, 5 offensive rebounds, 3 from Rui, 5 from Troy Brown. We allowed 17 total. We only got 8 ourselves. 20 fouls to their 20 fouls. We didn't shoot great from the 3. We shot better than them. We just shot less also. Decent from the line. Didn't get a lot of free throw attempts. We fouled a lot. Shooting fouls. Not a lot of fast breaks. Did score a lot in the paint. I am surprised by that. But we run the 7-second offense, which I forgot to show. I will show in a second. We got a lot of second chance points despite not getting... Maybe I read that wrong. No, we only got 8 offensive rebounds and they got 17, but somehow we had 18 to 4 on second chance points. Their bench outscored ours. We got more assists. Yeah, they got way more offensive rebounds. I don't know how we had so many more second chance points than them. They had more turnovers, 8 turnovers though from the young team. I'll take that. 5 steals, 4 blocks for each team. Both had 20 fouls. We had 13 points. We didn't have possession for that, for the biggest lead, which we got near the end of the game. Our game plan is going to be, where is it? There it is. Is the 7-second style. I want us to really push the tempo, play like a young team would play. We're going to get in, we're going to get out. Not going to focus too hard on defense because our defense is already so bad. Trying to focus on something that might help it isn't going to do much, and might as well just try to bolster our offense, which turns out to be pretty decent. It's not, like I said, the Wizards are hurt really badly, and so they've been kind of like drained, so it's not a huge win, but it is still a win when they had a much better players. We just had a better team. I'm plan on doing about a month per episode, so I'm thinking of simming to, since y'all unfortunately were unable to see the home opener win, I'm thinking of just going, and maybe if an interesting game pops up, hop into that, but if nothing pops up, hopping into this Jazz game after we get a few games under our belt. We're near the end of the month, and just to see how we're doing. Okay, so while simming through the month, we got a trade offer from the Knicks. Classic Knick move. They want to give us point guard Elfrid Payton and a 2020 second round Charlotte unprotected pick for Svi and Jordan Bone. Now Jordan Bone hasn't even played. He got a minute against Utah and fouled. We have been terrible. We've lost our last 4 games. The only 4 games since the home opener that we managed to win. And they're sending us this offer. Now Svi isn't playing crazy out of his mind. He's averaging 10.7 points. And not great things from anywhere else. Not great shooting either. Okay, even worse actually. I was on the per 36. 1.4, 1.2, 0.6, a block, and over 1 turnover a game on, like I said, poor shooting from the field. For Elfrid Payton, who is averaging 17.5 points, he's playing great this year. He's actually going off. I can't believe they're making this offer to us. He's averaging 17.5, 7 and 4 on great shooting percentages. He's 25, has B+ potential, and Charlotte is 2 and 4 with a horrible team also. I thought about not doing this trade, but it'll open up a roster spot. We can sign somebody, probably another young guy, to keep with the theme of this season and just going as a developmental season. Unfortunately, this would drop Jevon Carter down, who's averaging decent numbers, 12, 4, or 12, 5, and 5 on good shooting numbers. A decent 1.6 steals also, but he's 24, 72 overall, with B plus potential also. So I'm thinking, why not take Elfrid Payton? Huge upgrade, becomes instantly our best player. He can lead the team, maybe even up his averaging from 17.5 as he's the main guy. And I don't think it would hurt DeAndre Bembry, who has come down from heaven, and his 25-point opening day, he's now at 13.6, 5.4, and 2 on good shooting, but not from 3 or the free throw. That's crazy, actually. But yeah, so just wanted to give y'all an update. We are for sure making this trade. I almost didn't, because I wanted to keep the A potential guys and keep them moving and for development, but they're just not going to get to the point that Elfrid will or play like he is. He is on a team option for next year. 8 mil. We've obviously got the salary cap. It won't be a problem. So, and we get an early second round pick of this year's draft. The Nuggets did send this offer, but we're not doing it. Okay, so here's the new look lineup. We've got Elfrid Payton at the 1, Exum at the 2, Ferguson now at the 3, Jackson at the 4, and Hernandez at the 5. Now you might be wondering, okay, I know we traded for Payton, but why is Exum now in the starting lineup and not Bembry? What happened to Bembry? He had 25 points on opening day. I hear ya. But since opening day, he's 13.6, 5.4, and 2 assists a game. Not horrible games. He had a 4, 5, and 4 game, 10-19 to follow up. But, middle of the pack. Meanwhile, Exum, 17.4, 3.6, 3.4, off the bench in less minutes. He's averaging 21 minutes. Bembry, 28. He is going off. He's got 15, 25, 19, 17, 11 was the lowest, and that was opening day. I figured, why not give him the start? He's totally earned it. Now, Ferguson is pretty meh, but again, he's been coming off the bench, only getting 15 to 16 minutes a game. So I'm giving him the shot, but if he doesn't produce, I might try Vince Edwards just to see how that goes and if it changes anything. And then Porter still at the last spot, coming in as 5. He's still coming in as 4. But now Carter is the 1, Bembry is the 2, and Dotson is the 3. Or, however they decide to work this out. And I've adjusted their minutes. I still want Bembry to get the most, but I'm actually going to cut his down and give Carter some of his. And then Dotson, I'll give Dotson 13. So he can keep up the production that he's been given. Which isn't crazy, but it's not bad. So I'll keep him there. So let's see if this new look lineup can break the losing streak. We're actually going to go ahead and get the first look at this team after its trade against the 4-4 Bulls and see what this team can do. They've got Kobe White against Elfrid Payton, Zach LaVine, of course, against Dante Exum, Chandler Hutchison against Harris Ferguson, Lauri Markkanen against Justin Jackson, and Wendell Carter Jr. versus DeJuan Hernandez. Do I think we'll win this game? Hell no. Am I excited to see Payton and Exum? Am I excited to see Payton on this team? Of course. And I'm excited to see Exum in the starting lineup and see what he can do for us. Hopefully Jackson and Hernandez keep up their same production, and let's see if Ferguson can bring a little spark that wasn't there before. Let's see how this game goes. Alright, another home game for the Sound, the St. Louis Sound. Have yet to watch away game. Not that y'all are ever going to see the first one anyway, but I'm also still glad that it happens to be a home game both times so you can see our home court. We win the tip, and Elfrid Payton gets the first touches as the St. Louis Sound's newest and best player. And starting with a flash, he lobs it up for Hernandez. What a way to introduce himself to the St. Louis fandom. Hernandez on defense against Wendell Carter Jr. He goes up, forces the miss, and gets the rebound. He passes up to Ferguson, dribbling down, kicks it over to Exum. He goes up and off, but he gets his own rebound and goes back up with it and gets the score. We're off to an early and fast start and a quick lead. Exum on Levine, passes down to Wendell Carter. Hernandez on defense goes for the fader, and it's an easy in shot. Exum bringing the ball down against Levine. Over to Payton. Payton up and one. I think this 7-second offense really benefits this team. It catches other teams off guard. We're young, we're quick, and we don't gas out easy. We get a lot of these driving layups, I've noticed. We'll be at the top and we'll just launch a pass down to the bottom with the key and ends up in someone's hands, and they're going up for an easy layup. It works out an insane amount of time. Elfrid Payton already off to a phenomenal start. Let's see if he can convert this and one and make his perfect day better. He cannot. Larry Markkinen comes down with it and passes out to Coby White. Coby White over to Hutchison. Hutchison driving, gets bounced out by Payton. Over to Levine. Ferguson on Levine. He's looking to drive. He does. He gets around Ferguson easy and an even easier layup. Levine averaging 28 points a game this year. We don't have anyone close to that, but hopefully Payton and Exum can take turns and mitigate some of his output. Payton on the drive. He drives into Wendell Carter, goes around Coby White, looking to try and get past him, passes out to Exum. Hernandez with the screen on Levine. Exum is going to have to pull up for three. He fades on it and just misses Markkinen with the rebound. Coby White down to Hutchison. Hutchison with an easy layup, and the game is all tied up. 2 minutes into the game, 6 apiece. Payton bringing the ball down. He drives. He loses the ball to Markkinen, but he gets it back. Keeps pushing into Coby White. Kicks over to Jackson, who kicks down to Ferguson, who kicks over to Payton. I need to catch up. Hernandez with the screen. He drives down. He goes up, and he gets the hard lay-in. Payton going off so far. Keeping us afloat in this game. Exum on Levine. Gets the easy drive. Pulls up. And ties the game instantly. I like the switch off that Exum and Elfrid Payton are having on bringing it up, giving the defense different looks every time. Hutchison with the reach-in foul. We're going to take it out. Hernandez finds Payton. He tries to drive. He gets into the paint. Is he going to go up with it? He loses the ball. Coby White picks it up. And now we've got to play some transition defense where we allow a green light midi. Hernandez bringing the ball up. I don't know. Okay, I know I like to say that we have different looks coming, but this is not a look I want to see. A poor screen from Hernandez. Payton driving it once more. He has to bounce back out. I really thought he was about to lose the ball. So Lowry. Exum gets the ball. Screen from Justin Jackson. He spins down. Got a mismatch on Lowry. Can he drive past him? He can't. He's going to have to go up for three. Gets blocked. Lowry with the rebound. Over to Coby White. He's going to pass it over to Levine. Justin Jackson. I don't like this matchup. I don't like that matchup even more. Hopefully he doesn't pass it. He does pass it down to Larry Markkinen. Step back over Exum, and it's in. We are now down by 4. We need to make this shot to keep it close and not let this get out of hand too early before they steal all of the momentum. Justin Jackson on the drive kicks it back to Elfrid Payton, who goes down to Hernandez. He finds Exum, who is open, goes down. Big body self with him. Oh, wow. Goes up against Wendell Carter and shows him why he is now in the starting lineup. Levine looking to drive on Exum. screens on both sides. He drives past him, kicks down to Wendell Carter. Easy feed. Yeah, this game is not going to be easy for us on defense. Our inside defense is by far our worst quality. It's our weakest point. Hernandez down. He goes up and in. Although our inside scoring seems to just rival how bad our inside scoring is as good as our inside defense is bad, as Kobe White gets the easiest layup of his career so far. Exum at the top, gets a screen from Justin Jackson, doesn't do much. Kicks it over to Peyton for 3, and he back irons it. Levine with the rebound, driving down now. Kicks it to Markkanen and gets the easy dunk. Now, also, forgot to mention, I mentioned it in the video that wasn't recorded, but I'm playing on 2K20. I own 2K20. I didn't plan on buying 2K23. This was a spur-of-the-moment decision. I saw another YouTuber do it. His name was Stumpy, I'm pretty sure. He has the Vancouver Woodsman, and it's a great series. I also watch Mr. Hurricane, who does similar stuff. He doesn't do basketball, though. He does baseball and football. And it just got me interested in it. Stumpy does basketball, and I was like, you know what? He does expansions, specifically. And he only does 2 expansion teams, but I wanted to add one just to keep the league even, one in each division, and wanted to make my own. Now, like I said, I own 2K20. I don't own 2K23. Not going to buy 2K23 since 2K24 is coming out in a couple months, and I probably won't buy 2K24. I plan on just starting on 2K20 and going for a few years regardless. I might start a baseball series, I might start a football series, depending on how well this goes, if I enjoy it enough, if I can keep up with it enough. Just playing it by ear. Exum on the drive, he's double teamed, he goes up anyway, and misses Levine with the ball. Kicks it up to Hutchison, Ferguson playing defense on him, trying to keep him out of the paint, he does. Can Hernandez defend against Carter? That's actually not Hernandez. No idea why I thought that. It was Exum, and we're down by 10 before you know it. If we miss, they have DeMarcus Cousins. Okay, I was hoping for a timeout. Hopefully we can restructure ourselves and get a play going, get a basket, and start our own momentum, and hopefully get a defensive stop. But we're going to fast forward to the second quarter and see how we're doing then. Okay, as you can see, we are doing terrible. It's not close at all. We're down by 20, and they're in the bonus. There's only a minute 20 left in the first quarter. We probably won't watch a ton of this game because it's not competitive in the slightest. We have all the subs out. Ooh, darn. We have all the subs to end the half. Wow. And he's beaten us up, I bet. DeAndre Bembry at the line. He misses the first one. Rims out. Levine subbing in for Kobe White. Bembry's second free throw is also offline. He goes 0 for 2. Thaddeus Young on the drive, kicks it over to Levine, and he lays it in as easy as you can. I wish that first came recorded, because it's going to be a lot of this year. We're 1-4, hoping to snap the streak. Damian Dotson for 3, and misses. Levine with the takeover active. He kicks over to Thaddeus Young, and he misses. Damian Dotson coming down against Tomas Satoransky. Over to, okay, well, back to Porter. Oh, dang. Down to Carter. Carter with the nice cut to the basket. All we can hope for is little highlights here and there, because we're definitely not going to get games. We'll get plays. We might get quarters. Levine with the drive, too easy for him, goes up. Misses, though. Bembry with good defense over to Bembry. Gets the ball, he's driving down. Is he going to feed Edwards? He won't. He might. He won't. He's just having the best time dribbling around, running around. Steps back, he's on Mirotic. Got a mismatch. Porter against Satoransky. What's he going to do with it? He goes up, and it's in. Love that from the 19-year-old. Satoransky's going to have to... He won't even try to chuck it out. We go into halftime down 18 points. It's not looking pretty. We're going to need a miracle to turn around in the second half and even make this a close game. Let's see how the beginning of the third goes. Alright, starting the third quarter, we have all our starters back out there. Looking at who is leading scoring leaders for both teams, we've got Zach LaVine, not surprising. He has 19 for the Bulls. And on the sound, we actually, Hutchison with the easy offensive rebound and put back. Our leading scorer on the sound is actually Jevon Carter off the bench. He has 8 points to lead this team. Elfrid Payton only has 6, and I'm pretty sure Exum only has 6 as well. I'm so happy he at least blocked that on top of fouling him, because we might not watch that much more of this game. We might just watch like the first couple minutes, if a couple even, and then just go to the last couple minutes of the fourth and hope for a couple highlights, because right now it's just a bunch of lowlights and it's making me sad. Hutchinson's off on the first. Can he miss both and give us a chance to start the comeback? No. He goes 1 for 2 from the line. We are now down by 21 points. The scoring comes in bunches against us. Exum at the top of the 3, gets a screen from Hernandez, takes it, switch on to Wendell Carter, back out to Hernandez for the midi, and he misses, but Justin Jackson gets the rebound. Over to Hernandez on the drive and dunks it down. That's when we're at our best. When we have quick ball movement and just constant cuts to the basket. Now we got to play a little bit of defense. Elfrid Payton up on Coby White. Over to Zach LaVine for a wide open mid-range. And so much for defense. Exum going to bring the ball up. He passes over to Payton at the top of the 3. Gets a screen from Hernandez. He's driving against... Oh, he pulls up for... Oh, gosh. If he wasn't tripping over his own feet, he could have got that rebound. Coby White with the easy drive to the basket. Justin Jackson tries to get in front of him. Markkanen with the easy tip in. Elfrid Payton, 3 of 7 from the field. Not horrible shooting. He was 3 of 6 before that last miss with 6 points. Now, he is averaging 17.5, and I was hoping to see a little bit of that. He gets the foul from Coby White. Hopefully he can make both of these free throws. I was hoping to see some of that scoring output, give a jolt to this offense, and it just looks like this offense might just be holding him back, or he's holding this offense back, because we aren't doing well, and neither is our defense. First free throw from Payton is offline. Wow, nothing going our way this game. The second free throw is good. He goes 1 for 2 from the line. Coby White bringing the ball up with Elfrid Payton, I hope he just get a steal. We need a steal right now. Over to Hutchison, Ferguson on him. Don't expect much from these players as long as Ferguson can defend. Ooh, switch on to Justin Jackson. Over to Coby White, down to Lauri Markkanen. Come on, Ferguson. Good defense, but horrible offensive box out from Hernandez. Wendell Carter gets the offensive rebound and the putback. He's 4 of 6 from the field, 9 points. Elfrid Payton against Coby White. Looking to find somebody. He finds Dante Exum. He drives. He goes up with the floater, gets blocked by Wendell Carter, but gets the offensive board. He goes back up after Carter switches back to Hernandez and gets the easy lay in. Levine drives right past Exum as if he wasn't even there. Hernandez on Carter. Carter just goes up anyway. Carter with another offensive rebound and another foul from Hernandez. Let's just go ahead and jump to the fourth. Okay, not much left to see. Jevon Carter goes up. Didn't expect Justin for him to pull on Mirotic, I think. 18 seconds left. Not much left to see. Never got closer. Obviously got way more out of hand. We're putting in the subs. We're going to end this game losing by 41, and we don't even score 90. Allowing 126 points on top of our heads. Our ending lineup was Payton, Carter, Bembry, and Exum. 2 point guards, 2 shooting guards. Maybe that was part of the problem. Looking at the box score, Payton technically had a better second half than he did his first half, and he did kind of fill up the stat sheet in a very Jason Kidd-esque way. 13 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and only 3 turnovers. 6 of 15 from the field, over 3 from 3, and 1 for 3 from the free throw. Disappointing to say the least. 12 off the bench for Bembry, not too shabby, 5 of 7. Jevon Carter also 12 off the bench with 4 assists, 6 of 10. He also shot 6 for 10 in the home opener. His field goal percentage must be pretty good. 11 points from Ferguson in his first start. He goes perfect from the field. Love to see that. Jackson 10, 7, and 2. He goes 3 of 8, 1 for 6 from 3. Don't love to see it. Hopefully he cuts back on those threes, just like Hernandez should. 0 of 5 from 3. He's an F from 3 points. I don't know why he shoots it so much. I don't want to adjust his tendencies too much because I don't want it to just make players play exactly how I want them to. But Jesus Christ, man. He went 0 of 2 on opening day and 0 of 5 today. Dante Exum was very, very disappointing in his first start. I'm going to switch back to Bembry and just keep it pushing, because 4 of 22 and 0 of 8 from the field, he showed that the minutes are just too much for him, and he is better off scoring when he doesn't have that much else to do. Oh, and Levine ends with 30 and 13, 27 and 11 from DeMarcus Cousins off the bench, should I say. Lauri Markkanen with another double-double, the third on the team so far. That's 15 and 12. Mirotic 12 and 6 off the bench. 11 and 13, the fourth double-double on the team out of 5 for Wendell Carter Jr. Almost a double-double from Kobe White. 10, 5, and 9. 10 and 4 from Hutchison. And Thaddeus Young had 7. Thomas had 4. Not that much else happening. We were atrocious. Shot horrible from 3, 5 of 27. Bad from the free throw line, 8 of 14. We shot okay-ish. 42 is alright, I guess. I would rather see that in the 50s. Just an all-around horrible game. It's unfortunate that we jumped into that one. Should have just waited for the Jazz. But we will sim the rest of this month and see if we can manage to end this streak at some point and get back in the winners column. Okay, to end the month, we go 3 and 11. Not too shabby. To end the month, we have some people playing decently. Elfrid Payton is out for 1 to 2 weeks. I've got him in the reserves. he's scoring 14.9. His scoring has gone down since the trade, and so has his assists, but not that bad. He's still doing good for what we gave up for him, because Svi was averaging 10, and we also gave up a player who didn't play. Bembry's got his scoring back up to 15, and I've got him in the starting lineup. He's doing great. Exum did have a down game, but I've kept him in the starting lineup as well because he continues to play really well. We've got Jevon Carter, most playing off the bench, but now I've got him in the starting lineup since Peyton's out, averaging 12. I'm really happy with the scoring output from these guys. As a team, it's not been crazy good, but I also wasn't expecting to have almost 3 15 points per game averagers this whole season. I expected it to be maybe one guy, another guy has like 12 or 13, maybe even 14, and that's about it. 12 and 8 from Hernandez, and then Justin Jackson at 9 and 5, nothing too crazy. Off the bench, we've got Ferguson, who ended up getting pretty cold. We got Porter, who's playing really well. I like what he's doing. If he keeps it up, I might actually put him in for Jackson just to see how that goes, because Jackson just isn't playing too well despite getting the majority of the minutes at that position. Porter only gets 13, and he actually wasn't paying a ton because Law came in, but I ended up giving him more minutes back. So just to see, I might do that next episode just to see how he does for a couple games. Not a lot from Vince to talk about. Amir Coffey has only played a few, and I didn't get Conley or Wright Foreman in at all, just because at point guard and small forward, actually, we just have so many people already vying for playing time. Our whole top 4 is nothing but guards, whereas Wright Foreman even gonna try and fit in unless we have injuries, which is the only reason Carter's in. So a decent first month, not in terms of record, but in terms of output. We are the worst in our conference, not the worst in the league. And just slightly hoping we have some development from a few of these guys. Damian went up 1. Carter went up 1. Law went up 1. And it's just the first month. Bolden went up 1. Porter might have gone up 1. I think Coffey went up 1, and then has Morales bringing him back down. Cedar went up 1. So, nothing insane. Ooh, Justin Jackson wants to test free agency. He has a deal. He has a year on his contract anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, got a solid win against the Nuggets, a solid win against the Wolves, where they got instant revenge. Nothing too flashy to show, nothing crazy went down. We'll have an occasional 20-point game, which does seem kind of crazy, but nothing that actually sparks any interest. We're just not a great team, just like we thought we wouldn't be, and that's okay. The Ravens are 13-3, Surf for 9-8. Hate to see it, but they won't. 13-3 is actually kind of crazy, so they could make some damage in the playoffs. But that's enough for this one. Comment down below any questions you happen to have, and I'll make sure they come up.